practically at 10. It's probably at 9.5, and if I go to 9.6, it starts distorting.
That's how mine is too. Mine's at 9.5 right now.
Yes. Shop talk with the Succ.
I've been looking at like different headphones now. I'm in that rabbit hole, so I'm looking at different biodynamic headphones.
Favorite headphones I ever owned was Sennheiser. I don't know what that counts for, but great quality. Pricey, of course, but you know.
I like the fuck. What are they? I think they're Audio Technica. The DX70X. I can't remember.
MXPX.
Something. I can't remember anything anymore.
Well, speaking of shop talk, I think we got to just start this episode out with the gear, with the goods, the thing everyone comes back to the show for. We haven't done this in a while, and today's episode is going to be heavy on the segments. I've got lots of things that we can circle back on.
I love segments.
We got segments, guys.
Segments are good, but I wanted to put this in the show notes because Matt sent it to the group chat, and I thought it would be a good Balldo report because we haven't done one of those in quite a while.
That's true, yeah.
But this is a butt plug that has a long silicone nutsack that hangs down off of it. And it's by this page, Glow F Yourself, which is, I guess, notorious for butt plug. What do you call paraphernalia? I don't know how do you sum up that whole category of.
If you're looking for the finest butt plugs, you're gonna want to go there.
Well, yeah, I've actually interacted with this person because there's a corn dog butt plug that makes the rounds on the internet quite often, and they made the corn dog butt plug, and I saw an image and used it in a meme, and they ended up messaging our page.
Are they actual products? Are they selling these products for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I could just Google corn dog butt plug, and that would probably.
Yeah, won't you be the only one that comes up then? I hope. God,
right.
Please, let me be the only one.
It's just like the time, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the door stop with the springy door stop butt plug.
Oh, that's great. I haven't.
I wanted to see if that was real, and it's very real, and it's real.
It feels great.
You can. It's okay.
I was gonna say,
get the Balldo report, guys.
There you go.
Kind of makes me wish I liked butt plugs because they're so fun.
They're so fun. You got tails, you got springs, and you've apparently got this little number with the silly putty hanging off of it, which is really, you can just trade secret. You can just buy silly putty and hang it off the back of your butt plug. Mm-hmm. No one's stopping you.
For me, it's just like, I guess I don't understand it because I've never said to myself, I want another pair of balls. One set is enough for me. I'm fine with it. It's good.
Well, I think you
never did that with Stretch Armstrong before? You never.
Hey, Stretch, let's compare balls. But yeah, it's one thing. It's like if you've got a dildo, like it's understood. Like you obviously, like, the more realistic it gets, like the more you'd probably want it to have all the parts. So like that makes sense. But like this thing, it's like a rope length. It's like 2 feet of scrotum.
Too much scrot.
It's
simply too much.
Yeah.
Well, if the balls start at your butthole, and like you have to imagine you're probably like I'm imagining the person wearing this is in like a doggy position, so they have to wrap all the way around the butt crack so that the two balls, I imagine, come together at about the same.
Right. Yeah, that's true because your anus is so much farther.
I don't. So wait, the idea is that the nuts. The balls are supposed to.
The butthole, the taint, and then
it's more like 8 inches. It's
tiered. It's like a tiered ball sack, and it's also like really if you want to play like a fun prank on somebody.
Yeah,
I think it's a great.
You just sneak this into them
on your
Well,
I don't know what happens. I don't know what happened, but everything feels way better now.
Give it
on
to
my
me
balls
straight,
and my ass.
Well,
Did I cough too hard?
This product does seem pretty fun, and I will also say for the record, by just Googling corn dog butt plug, the first thing that comes up is the Glow Fuck Yourself Etsy store. So you know, by sharing this at all, people are definitely finding the store. Shout out to Glow Fuck Yourself. I'll send them this podcast. I'll DM it to them so that
we'll review your products too if you want to send them to us for free.
Wow,
Yeah, just
maybe
for the love of God, make the scrotum a little more realistic, please.
Please, come on.
On your future plugs and plug likes.
They have rubber.
Make one really lopsided.
Yeah.
Hashtag plug life.
I need a testicular torsion kit for my butt plug balls.
They could probably make
like fidget spinners. You can just like spin it and then it's like throw around.
Fidget spinner. Yeah.
I love
or those dunce caps with like the fucking spinny thing on it. Put that on my fucking dick.
I mean, these have to be already existing.
No, I've accidentally seen one, just scrolling because OnlyFans girls love to post their content, and I just happened to see a girl with a fidget spinner in her asshole, so I know that they exist.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
anything to set yourself apart. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
I respect the game.
Yeah. Well, you've got to, if you've got to give them something to do if they're,
I personally, I'm a big fan of the rubber chicken nipple clamps that they got. I love this store. I'm so proud of them.
You're doing a great job. Yeah. And you've got a plug here, a plug for your plugs on the Succ. How about that? All right, and let's do another segment here. And speaking of butt plugs, buttholes, and all that, it's time for. We haven't talked about cryptids on the show since like episode 20 or something. Ashley's face. Am I wrong? I haven't been keeping count.
It's been a while. Yeah, I love them though.
That was one of the earliest themes of the show, is that we had to, I think we asked each other, what our wood cryptids would be. I don't know how to say it correctly, but
yeah.
But so I enjoyed this post that I got from the homie Lucas. I'll just have to read it for the listeners. It says, in Japanese folklore, the maybe Matt would know how to pronounce this, the shirime. I don't know. It's SHIRIME.
Too much credit.
Okay, sorry. Is a mischievous creature whose name means butt eye. It is said that the shirime means no harm, but likes to surprise people by revealing that its butt has a glowing eye instead of an anus. And there's a great illustration of a man. It looks like a man with his butt up in the air, like as if he would be twerking, but his butthole is a gigantic yellow eye, like opening. And I like how it has to specify he means no harm.
Yeah.
Like what harm what harm can you cause with an eye in your ass? Like I don't know.
Just emotional.
It's very surprising.
I do like this. Like it's like a be not afraid scenario. I like that.
Yeah. It's more like
the angel comes down. It's like, I don't mean you any harm, but look at this, bitch. Got him, and then just flies away.
Wink,
biblically accurate shirime that has like 12 eyes for 12 eye buttholes. Yeah.
12 assholes all with eyes in them.
I love the cryptids that are just like, oh, I'm just for fun. I'm just here to give you a nice story and then leave.
My entire existence is just to be a quirky little guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe spooky, maybe not. Yeah.
I feel like I'm learning that I was a shirime in my college years.
What does that mean? What does that mean, Matt?
So I was notorious for mooning people and for goading as well. Like, look, it was a while ago. Okay.
What is goading? I feel like I should know it.
Oh my God, you don't know what goading is? It's from that movie.
Waiting.
Okay, waiting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was like you just like it's when you moon somebody, but you push your balls through the back, so you're getting like a full,
Wait, just the balls or the dick too?
We only ever did ball. I remember being just the balls, but I don't.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that was good. I once waited in my dorm room. We had like a shared bathroom, and I thought my roommate, my suite mate, was gonna come home. Like he had like, I knew when he had class and shit. So I was like, all right, he's gonna be home any minute. So I like waited in the bathroom, but he like took even longer. So I was in there for like 15 minutes, but I didn't want to leave because I knew as soon as I left like the goading position, I would be like, he would come in, and so I waited there, and I got his ass real good. Because he had no idea anybody was home. Like I got home early, so it was great. I couldn't pass it up. I didn't care how long I had to wait.
So tell me, you were literally just standing there with your balls tucked back for like
I was standing there. The toilet faced the door, right? So I stood up on the toilet and pull my pants down and push my balls there, and I just stood right there. So as soon as he opened the door to go to the bathroom,
a damn gargoyle,
like a fucking gargoyle, like a demon. And like a Shirime. That's what I'm talking about.
Shirime gargoyle. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just I once drunkenly mooned the sober living group as well on campus. Look, I was like 20 years old. All right. It was like fun without drugs and liquor or whatever the hell it was. And I like was super fucked up, and I just like went over there and pressed my ass and balls against the fucking window that they were like where they were.
I like how mooning for you has to involve your balls too. Like
it didn't. I blame the movie Waiting. It didn't until then.
Right.
You know what this moon needs? You know what my ass cheeks could really be complimented by? A nutsack.
It really just because it doesn't bump it up one notch. It bumps it up 2 complete notches.
And does Ashley agree? This is the fireworks. Imagine I'm mooning you and my balls are there and fireworks.
It makes it so much worse.
So much more romantic though.
Do you set
it is a very romantic
Ashley,
prank,
like she goes to the bodega or whatever, and you're just there like in the hallway when
just
she
kidding.
opens
Okay.
No, I'm a mature man now. Okay, I don't need to be mooning anybody. All right.
I was hoping you were gonna say
sometimes
I'm going to now, but no.
Sometimes I do when she's on a work call. I like to like just give her a little, show her. My ass.
He does. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
His little tramp stamp.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get my tramp stamp. Yep.
I gotta inquire because now this has just reminded me all this talk. I posted a meme talking about farting into your butt and then it will stay there forever. And I was really proud of that one. But Ashley said Matt did this to me one time. Is there any truth to that, or did you just need to call Matt out like that?
Well, Matt. All right, fine. I'll tell you. So,
you ripped it out later.
Yeah, Matt likes to fart, and there was one time I had my back to him, and he had his back to mine, and our asses were like very, and he rips the fattest fart, and it was such a heavy fart that it made my ass sound like it was farting.
Oh my god!
So yeah, Matt's done this to me before.
That's how I knew I was gonna marry her. When I made her ass fart, and I was like, "I've never had this happen before, babe."
That's not a moon. That's an asteroid, right?
Yeah.
When you cause impact on
2 streamies making eye contact.
My cheeks slapped together. I was like, "What?" I didn't even know.
Beautiful, once in a lifetime kind of thing.
That is really romantic.
It's as disgusting as it is impressive. I'm actually impressed. I won't lie.
Yeah.
All right. So since I made us do all these segments at the top of the show, I'm going to hit you guys with my last segment, and I'm going to give a couple of caveats with this segment. First of the caveats is I'd like to keep this going because for me, a lot of what I wanted to do with the Succ was talk about what's happening in our actual like community of shitposters. And we do that some. We touch on stuff here and there, but mostly we talk about like popular events. But I think this would be a way to ground us with this segment. And then the second caveat is that it's a totally horseshit thing. When well, the segment's called Shitposter of the Week, right? And whenever you do this kind of thing, you make other people feel bad because they're not being nominated as the Shitposter of the Week. So I just
everybody is waiting for their.
They all are waiting. You're all on the list. We'll get to you eventually, but there's no criteria for this. I totally just like I just pick somebody that I really feel like they're underrated. The posts that they make. I want to just shout out Henry Pissinger, who is just so fucking funny.
The king himself.
Yeah.
Previously as Galvano Escopatara, which is still out there. I you know, the older posts get shared back, but like Henry is so fucking underrated, so fucking funny. The post that did it is actually from like a couple of weeks ago, but it was this one here. It said, "Did you know Edward Bernays, the father of propaganda, who literally wrote the book on propaganda titled Propaganda, who through advertising made Americans eat bacon and eggs for breakfast, made it not gay for dudes to wear wristwatches, and made chicks smoke cigarettes, all pretty base, not gonna lie. Also, moments before his death is recounted telling his colleagues, I will make every home in the United States own an ovipositor. Every American will squirt jelly eggs into their pussies and buttholes sexually." And he does spell pussy Pueessy with the sick designation next to it. But this is historically how it was spoken. I don't know where you get your ideas from, Henry, but God bless you. You're just if anybody doesn't already follow Henry that listens to this, please do, because it's just, this shit comes so out of left field to me, but it's obvious it's also something that's been so well thought through that I'm like,
it's like a meme. It's like memes from 3024.
Yes,
you know, they're that high.
We got to get him on here. We got to get him on.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh my god!
I'm a big fan.
We should absolutely do that.
I'm a really big fan of him. I think he does a great job.
All right, Henry. I know Henry listens to the show. He might be a few weeks behind, so he may not hear this before we ask him. But
whenever you hear this,
you know, we're setting the intentions. This is a premonition of what's to come. But anyway, as part of that segment, I want to challenge my co-hosts each week. If there's somebody that their post was just grand slam, you just fucking knocked it out of the park, please put it on the show notes. Let's talk about somebody every week. And on the same note, to all the listeners, please feel free to send us, you know, shit that you're like, this is so fucking funny, you guys need to talk about it on the show, because I love to do that. I mean, it's a little bit weird to talk about a post, but not really, like, especially if you never saw it and you missed it and went on your radar. That post had something like, you know, oh, I gotta fucking find it now, but it didn't have enough appreciation, I'll say that much. It deserved to be boosted because it was yeah, it has 55 reactions, so I'm like, what the fuck, this should be, I don't know,
it belongs in a museum.
There you go, there it is. That's all my segments. So does anybody else have a segment they want to do?
I gotta say, so if you can find it, Henry Kissinger at some point, because we all know how I think I like Chancey Wright. That's his name, right? I like that guy.
I'm sure that's not his real name, but
I think he's a terrorist. He's a sex terrorist. And
he's a sex demon.
He's a sex demon terrorist, yes. At one point, Henry Kissinger filmed a video of himself doing an impression of Chancey. It's probably the best thing I've seen on Facebook in a really long time. So if you can search for it and find it, I highly recommend that.
I love when Henry videotapes himself, like when he does the fucking that's just great. I love that. I wish that he did more of that.
Incredible material.
Well, this isn't exactly a segment, but I do feel like it's something that has been I don't know, like maybe another under the radar situation here, but like, Ashley, you made a post this week about adminning, you know, that you're an admin for a 300,000 plus member group that I mean, I don't want to make you try to call out the group or anything if that's not something you want to tell people, but
what's a couple more, you know, if you want to be a part of the group, that's fine. It's a group where we all pretend to work in the same office together.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't really even know that. Yeah,
so I admin it for a friend from Florida, Ray Reyes. He's on TikTok and stuff. He's a funny, good kid, but I started modding as like a favor to him, and I've just never stopped. And it's just like the type of person to still be in that group where it was like created during quarantine and like everybody was lonely, so like that's kind of like what made it pop off. There was like a segment in the Times about it too, which is cool. I don't know, but it's mostly poop jokes and like who put tuna in the microwave and just like the same jokes over and over and over again. But they've got like chats that they can create, and we have one for the Succ, right?
We do. We do.
And like it's not nearly as much of a shitstorm, but it's just like such a nightmare. Like the messages I get, and I haven't gone in and nuked them, but I think I'm just gonna remove them if I can, because it's like a center for slurs and bigotry and KKK and
great.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty horrible.
Well, did the chat still exist? Because I mean, your post, it actually got sent to a different group chat I'm in by, I think Dalton Balldo sent it to the group, like saying this is just so fucking funny, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I feel like this is like perfect, fodder for what the Succ talks about. So you got to bring some more of that group drama to the discussion sometimes.
I just like I said in the post, I just don't understand like the level of loneliness you have to have inside of yourself to be like, I'm gonna go to floor 69 of this massive group, right? And I'm gonna make friends.
Every time I see one of those chats that's for a group, so not a group chat, but a chat that was created because you're in a group, I'm like horrified. I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, I would never want to be. I tried maybe 2 or 3 of them just from different groups that I actually like, and it's just like they're so cursed. Like, this should not be a thing. Like, whose idea was this?
Yeah, I don't even want to see other people's posts in groups half the time.
Well, not only that, but I get a notification anytime anybody posts in the group, so I have to mute the groups. But I get there's 20 of these group chats, and I get notifications every single time. They're just all muted on my phone. So I was like, why would Zuckerberg do this to me? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, I always find those. I always find the group chats are always so weird. Like they're always like, it's like you want to just be like have like a. I am like in a couple group chats from with friends that I've had that have made on Facebook and stuff like that. But they're pretty just much as people just sending memes and that they like, or hey, can you believe this guy said this? That kind of stuff. But there's too many of them that are like too horny. They're just too horny.
You wouldn't go into horsecock and then start a chat and then think all those people are gonna be rad and cool all the time.
They might be cool. I don't know.
Okay.
Some of the sweetest people I've ever met, I met in horsecock.
Some of my best friends are in horsecock.
So cursed. No, thank you.
I'm still in horsecock. I can't leave.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
You're still in there?
I'll just look over on her and she'll just be looking at Shrek, taking horsecock, insane. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you looking at? She's like, that's horsecock. I can't get out of it. I just look at this. I can't. Where am I going to see this kind of stuff?
As soon as you think you're out, they just reel you back in with the horsecock.
White women, right?
Well, I encourage you, if there is a group chat for that group, please let us know for the pod. Join it for research purposes. Let us know. But Ashley's face is just like, no,
I've seen so much horse pussy.
Oh, God. Is there not a group for that? Is there a horse pussy group? I feel like we could start that, like a centaur pussy group, probably.
The people who want to fuck horses, they don't seem to discriminate. I know it's called horsecock, but you see all kinds of stuff in there. Just so you know.
I'm sorry. While we're on the subject of weird Facebook groups, somebody shared. I think it was Carmen on Facebook. They posted it was like a "We Love Flip Flops" group, or Men in Flip Flops. That was the name of the group. Okay, and it is the most bizarre. I thought it was like an ironic, just a meme group where it's like, that's flip flops, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not. It is people posting just sincere, seemingly regular photos of just regular guys in flip flops, and people just saying,
guys,
awesome, or that's great, and I don't get it. I literally was on there for 20 minutes looking at all these photos. I'm trying to understand what is going on. I'm like, what am I not understanding about this group? And I was going to different people's profiles who were commenting to see if they were bots. They seem to be real people. They seem to be they like flip flops. I think it's a gay foot fetish group. That's what I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's
But flip-flop specific.
I
sure.
think it's a pushback against, like, you know, whatever you call it. I don't know if it would fall under misandry or if it's just like it might be homophobic, but or at least has homophobic undertones that, like, oh, men shouldn't wear flip-flops, you know, like it's like a whole thing,
sure.
like, oh, you
I
might
entertained
fellas, is
that.
it gay to wear flip-flops kind of thing? Like,
Doesn't seem to be the case, though, Phil. Unfortunately, that was an angle I was mulling over in my mind, but it just seems to be people that are like posting kind of like subliminal, like subtly horny flip-flop pictures. I don't really get it. I mean, they seem pretty normal because it's just like regular looking, or like I guess they were like attractive guys. I guess that was like the comment. That was what made me start being like, oh, okay, well, it's not just any guy to flip-flop. It's like a stereotypically hot guy in flip-flops. That's like getting your guys.
How did you find this group?
Somebody shared it. Carmen, I forget their last name on there, but I just saw it, and they just made a joke that this was a weird post because it was like a guy saying like, I'm new here and I love flip-flops. Thank you. And it was like, as a bunch of people being like, welcome. Thank you. It's the weirdest fucking group. I can find it. I'll send it to the group chat.
Didn't you say that someone was just like show feet or show flip-flops?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I don't remember that, at least.
Yeah, I remember them all being like sexy, like a lot of sexy Latina fellas. Or like the
it was a lot of like Latin dudes for whatever reason, but there was a mix though. It was a mix.
Yeah,
guys in flip flops. That's what it's called. 10,000 fucking members.
Start a chat in that group.
That's a lot.
Start a chat in that group.
I gotta join them if they accept me. I mean, I need to show my. But the thing is, I'm a Tiva guy, so I can't. I won't be able to fit in. I can't do it.
Matt keeps threatening me. Like we're gonna move to Raleigh. He's gonna start wearing Tivas.
I am. I'm gonna become a Tiva guy.
Hell yeah.
And a bucket hat.
Amazing.
Flat caps and Tivas.
Yep, and jorts, which I already wear jorts, but I'm gonna wear them even weirder.
Well, before we run out of time, because I don't know how we filled so much of the episode with those things that I thought would be. I mean, we did throw in horsecock and flip flops in there, but don't apologize.
Sounds like my grocery list.
that was my joke. I wanted to say both of those things in the same sentence, but we can't leave the mainline episode without touching on the canned water discourse.
Oh yes, we have to.
So great.
Can someone explain to me what everybody's mad about? What's the anger?
Well, there's a couple of different things, and I'll give it over to Willow because Willow did make a post about it that was very good. And before we get, I know Willow will give a very a honest, thoughtful answer about it. But I just want to talk about the stupid, funny shit real quick before that. Sorry, Willow, but I think the first person I saw posting about it was maybe Daniel Priority.
Yeah.
But essentially it's just people getting mad about Liquid Death canned water.
Mm-hmm.
And basically just being mad about the marketing, and like I guess some people are mad about the cost of it. But like for me, I kind of like after seeing like maybe 3 posts about it, I just kind of was like, oh, okay, so we're gonna have like discourse like about water now this week. Is that what's happening? Like,
I wanted to feel like I started that because the thing is I saw, but I don't think it was me. I just remember I did do it kind of early on, and when people started talking about it a lot. But I think it was only because they just like it was in the news, like that. Liquid Death was in the news because they got like over $1 billion valuation and shit.
You said Ed Hardy water.
Yeah, I called it Ed Hardy water, but like, which I just was like, which I don't care if you fucking drink Liquid Death. Liquid Death, it just it just does look kind of like Ed Hardy water.
Making fun of the product is great because it is very silly.
It's got a skull on it. People are gonna
I made sure to,
and it's not. It's like silly in a self-aware way, but it's also silly in a non-self-aware way because it's like, you guys, you realize that you are selling like $3 cans of water. That's.
Yeah, you got to pay the artists who make the badass looking fucking metal cover.
Water does taste
good.
Though.
I mean, but I think your meme definitely is the first thing I thought of when I saw Daniel posting about it. But then I read the comments of Daniel's post, and he pointed out that there was this page, Birds Are Too Real, which I'm guessing is a backup page to Birds Are Real. which, there's the whole birds are fake.
Right.
So I'm kind of lost in. I was about to call this page out for being bad, but I think it's actually the birds are fake page is kind of fucked up. One of these pages has really bad undertones going on, so take that with a grain of salt. But the meme is like a soy jack drinking water who's saying, dude, I think I'm getting hashtag sober curious, so I bought an 8-pack of Liquid Death canned water for only $18. The cans look so manly, so no one will think I am a wuss for not drinking alcohol. Which, like I kind of agree with Daniel's like take on that. Like that one just kind of sucks, like because it's really attacking like the best part about like if you can get a beverage at a bar that you feel good about drinking water instead of alcohol, like fuck off. Like that's definitely not something to make fun of. Like
the thing that Daniel said that was really funny to me was like just calling calling the person David Cross. Anyone that has this sort of like level like this exact kind of like ridicule type joke, it's like you're just David. It's like the David Crossification of of edgy comedians or whatever, which is like
we should
very funny.
We need to make fun of people that are trying to get sober. That's what they don't get enough of.
Yeah.
They just they've had it too good for too long, and we need to start making fun of them.
It's not hard enough. It's not hard enough.
Right.
It's definitely not one of the hardest things you can do. So, fuck them.
Well, as much as I think we could actually go on longer about water discourse, there's probably been enough of that this week, just like there's been enough of this show for this week. So thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of The Succ. If you really like the show, go join our bonus feed on Patreon or Spotify. We'll do another episode later in the week. And also, if you are not in our Discord or Facebook group, please join those. Because like I said, I asked you guys to send us shit. So I want to hear who the Shitposter of the week is, all that kind of thing. Until next time, that's our show for tonight.
Later, guys.